The beautiful science that we once had on this planet. And long time ago, let's go back probably 4,000 to 5,000 years ago. The indigenous wisdom keepers of Egypt tell us that the age of Amun began, the age of darkness, the age of hiddenness. And that happened down here in good old Egypt. So we can go back, there were 7 world powers, okay? There were 7 world powers. They're all basically the same entity, these 7 world powers. Because what's a world power? What's an empire? It's a corporation. It's a corpse. You can't go and find... Where's the government, right? They've got buildings, but is that a government? No. They've got talking heads, they've got idiots that tell lies on the Rothschild-controlled media all day long. Is that the government? No, they're just people who work for the government. What's the government? You said it. It's a bit of paper, is it? I don't know. It's an invisible thing. It's the government, right? And we're scared of it. And it's a corporation. So that's what Rome is the current world power. Absolutely rules the world. How does it do it? How does it do it? Well, it does it by stealth. You don't know it's ruling, and you know, most of your educated fat head disease types, they're preaching parrot fashion, repeating the rubbish that they teach in their universities and institutions, all run by the Vatican. They wouldn't. People who come out of those institutions, they wouldn't know this. They laugh at you. Rome, still ruling. Oh yeah. Well, check out the Senate when the idiot Barack Obama is standing there and he's got the gold trim American flag behind him, the Catholic corporate flag, and 8-foot-tall fasci of Rome, one on his left, one on his right, and that's Rome telling you, hey man, you know, we rule your ass. And the Americans are, oh, we're a free country, and Barack Obama is a democratic. Democracy's mob rule. Just check out what Thomas Jefferson had to say about it. It's mob rule. Where's the republics? You see, good old Rome is just the 7th incarnation of Assyria, Greece, Babylon, Medo-Persia, and Egypt. They were world powers. But wasn't Egypt the light of the world? Oh yes, it was. We're talking thousands of years ago. Now, Rome doesn't tell you that Egypt was around 60,000 years ago. You can't know that. And yet the indigenous wisdom keepers are telling you that. If you come to this country and the Aborigines say, oh, we've been here for X amount of years, and you say, oh, no, you haven't, we're going to rewrite that 200 years or whatever. Does that gel? Does that hold water? No, it doesn't. If the indigenous wisdom keepers tell you that they go back 65,000 years in this current consciousness wave, then what's Rome telling us that the pyramids and everything were built only 4,000 years ago? Check out the work of Robert Schoch, John Anthony West, Graham Hancock, Robert Bouval. Check out all those guys, what they know. Stephen Miller. I'm going to Egypt in October to talk there, to do some presentations with the Commission School of Ancient Mysticism. The flyers are at the front. And they are the indigenous wisdom keepers. So, but what happened 4,000 or 5,000 years ago was a lot of corruption over here, the Amun priesthood, which has now morphed into the little country up here in the hills in the Alps called Switzerland. Schwesterland, the land of the sisters. Who would those sisters be, I wonder? Because Swiss comes from les sœurs d'ici. Sœur, I got that wrong, haven't I? My French is not too good. But les sœurs, the sisters of Isis. Those banksters that got corrupt, the priesthood of Amun-Ra. And Akhenaten tried to change all that, Akhenaten, 3,500 years ago in the 18th dynasty. but the corruption was so heavy. These guys controlled the Suez Canal. Suez Canal. Zeus. Backward. Zeus backwards. They controlled the trading here. Then there was the Phoenicians over here. And check out the work of David Icke because he's spot on the money. You know how he's gone around and he's discovered the Phoenician connection. You know that flag, the flag that the British use? What's that one called? Yeah, well anyway, they've got the Union Jack, but they've got this flag too, yeah? Right? The Knights Templar flag and everything like that. That comes from Phoenicia, these guys, right here. These guys here were very into commerce. You see, when you go to court today, you're doing commerce. It's all about commerce. These guys, the Phoenicians, the word phony, you know, when someone's a phony, that comes from Phoenicia, because they are phonies. And you get phonetics, language, because these were the alphabet people, right? They gave the alphabet, the current form of alphabet, went to Greece and then Rome, but it comes from Phoenicia, Tyre. This city was so dangerous that the Assyrians and the Babylonians and the Greeks everybody hated these people. They were killers. They used to do tin trading with England. Thousands of years ago, 3,000 years ago. There's evidence that they went to the Americas, these people. They controlled the whole Mediterranean. They set up Carthage. Rome destroyed Carthage because of these bastards. Sennacherib, a king of Assyria, and Esarhaddon, his son, and Ashurbanipal, 2,700 years ago, had a go at destroying Tyre. They had a city out in the Mediterranean Sea, and there was a causeway and all the boats came here. They controlled the seas, commerce. This is where our commerce comes from. Then Nebuchadnezzar destroyed it after Sennacherib, Esarhaddon, and Ashurbanipal had a go. Then Alexander the Great dealt with them. We're talking big rulers that tried to get rid of these people because they were controlling everything. They controlled all of this, Sicily. The Greeks controlled this part. They controlled many cities. Eventually they came over here to Venice. And the Phoenicians are the Venetians. I hope I've spelt that right. Venetians, Phoenicians, these are the black nobility. When Rome was sacked, most of them went here. And where did they found Venice? On the water, just like they did. Copycats, aren't they? Same people. And these guys, then they married into all the royal bloodlines, the blue bloods in Europe with their money, because these are the gold bullion people, the commerce people. And these people founded the Jesuits. The Jesuits run the world. Scum of the earth, killers, murderers, blood-guilty dogs, killing our children. They run people trafficking, drug trafficking, the lot of it. And Queen Elizabeth is one of them. She's a bloodthirsty, evil entity. You got no idea. And people go to see Prince William. Oh, Prince William, and they're crying and they're falling over. If only they knew that these people are killers. There's so much blood guilt that this family carries that even the Bible says that the smell of the blood of the death of all of God's witnesses go up to his nose, and the stench of the blood of these people. Blood. Rome founded Paris. Rome founded London. They are Roman corporations. London, the city of the Lord. El, the sun, or Saturn. Paris, Swiss, Paris, for Isis. And what do you find in the centre of Paris? Well, you find the Notre Dame. Who's the Notre Dame? Well, that's Isis. They're telling you. I mean, it's not hard. Now, Rome's an interesting story because Rome When good old Babylon was destroyed, the priesthood, you know those cardinals, those guys dressed in red? Yeah, Babylon. That's why the whole thing's called Babylon the Great. Get out of her, my people, if you do not want to share with her in her sins, because you will. And we're going to talk about the remedy to get out of Babylon the Great. It's a system of shit served up as freedom for you. Just get a birth certificate and join the corporation and get on the citizenship. What they've done is they've put you on their ship and you think you've got rights because you're on the land. You've got no rights, which are creator given. Let's not use the word God given, because we don't want to be churchy now and killers, because that's what they are, and pedophiles. The creator, the cause, the Ein Sof, the Anama, the no-named one. If you name it, it's not them. It's not that one. You come from there, the cause. It's unconditioned consciousness. You are unconditioned consciousness. Blissful. Blissful. That's your true nature. So why are you suffering? Why are you sick? Because of this system. It's got to go, and it will go. And we're going to bring it down with our consciousness and peaceful non-compliance, guys. Preach the word. Peaceful non-compliance. Don't comply with these bastards. The phonies.